Hello and welcome. I just thought that I would give you a quick catch up on what I've been up to. I came across this Multitech machine here at the local recycle centre. Just see if I can zoom in on that, on the little badge there. Multitech, and that caught my fancy actually, because that's the same company that makes the MicroProfessor-1 that I've got. I'll link that in the description below. So yeah, this is the microprofessor made by the same company. See there, Multitech there. And that's a little Z80 trainer, and quite an interesting little machine. And I thought, you know, when I saw this Multitech at the recycle centre, I thought I might as well grab it, see, you know, if it actually works, and just took a bit of a punt on it really. And I just took the lid off to have a quick look, just to see what, you know, it was all about. And I've had a quick read online. There is a 6502 processor, a little bit of RAM and a bit of ROM. I think it's 24K of memory standard. There's a couple of add-on boards here I'm not quite sure about yet. I just need to put a little bit more research into this one. But that's the disk controller card, and it came with a disk drive, so it's a 5 1/4 inch disk drive here. That's a TAC FD 55A disk drive, so that's pretty neat. There's the power supply out of it. Yeah, the labels on the back of the machine basically says 110 volt, which, you know, is different to what we run here in this country. We run 220, 240 volt. So, you know, I had to grab a little step down transformer, which I've got over the back there. And I just grabbed this little monitor here. It's quite handy because it's got the monitor input that I need. I do have the monitor that came with the machine, but it's 110 volt as well. And I didn't have two step down transformers, so I decided just to use this little TV unit here, monitor. So I plugged it into the 210 volt and fired it up, and the power supply made a funny clicking noise, like a ticking and then a bit of a buzzing. So I quickly turned the power supply off there, and then I thought, well, I'll just take a look inside it, you know, whip the lid off it, and I couldn't see anything obvious in there. What I did notice though, before I even took the lid off it, is there's a switch here, and if you have a close look there, you can see it's set on 220 volt. So it's actually a switchable supply, and on the back you can see AC input 87 to 135 volts or 185 to 265 volts there. So definitely a switchable power supply. So I switched, you know, that was already switched to 220. So I directly powered it from the IEC cable at the back here, and I got a similar result, a sort of a ticking sound and a bit of a buzzing. So again, quickly turned it off. Hoping that there's been no damage done to this unit, I thought, well, why not try an AT power supply? And I thought this was faulty, but it's not. I've crossed that out there. This power supply, I thought, well, I'll just tap into these leads here. So the red is plus 5 volts, the black is ground, and I literally just tapped in from the AT supply here to supply the ground and the plus 5 volts. You can see there it's nicely labelled there. And, you know, I figured that that's pretty much all we need to get this machine up and running. I'm assuming the 12 volt will be for the disk drive, and the -5 and the -12 might be for the likes of serial and whatnot. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I've heard, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go just on the 5 volt, and it works. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll turn it on for you now. Also, you know, just a little bit more explanation about this machine. It's a basic computer, so it runs basic from ROM. But we'll just fire this up. And instantly we get the self-test. Oh, what I should do is plug the keyboard in. Keyboard is nice and solid. It's actually quite heavy. It's got a nice metal backboard on it here. Multitech again. It's actually Multitech branded. Avail keyboard, made in Taiwan. And as I say, you know, that's got a nice metal base there, nice and heavy. The keys, they feel not bad. I would say probably just rubber dome, but they feel quite nice. I've just plugged the keyboard in there, so we'll see if we get any activity. All I've really done is just got it to this point here where I start the machine up. Oh, I've got a different screen now that I've plugged the keyboard in. I don't get the self-test. Is anything working there? I don't know how to use it. No. Okay. I'll just unplug that keyboard again because I just wanted to show you the self-test. And with the keyboard disconnected, I found that you could just leave it and it'll go through its go through its self-test there. So it's testing RAM there and the ROMs, and I'll just, yeah, I will cut a little bit of this out. It takes a wee while. There we go. It's colour test there, I think. It's looking a little bit oversaturated maybe. So self-test complete, press return. Not sure whether I can just get away with plugging the keyboard in. Let's see. Press return, and we're back to this screen here. So I would have expected maybe like a DOS, like a basic prompt, a ready prompt or something like that. Numlock on the keyboard seems to be working. Little tick from the machine there. Caps lock. Reset doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe I should read the manual. Yeah, I thought I'd just show you that, you know, I've got this machine and I'm going to do a bit more research and try and get the machine up and running as it should and have a wee play. So yeah, just a quick one to show you that. So the next thing I would like to do is obviously get it past this screen here, find out what's going on here, maybe just I need to read the manual. And the other thing is I'd like to maybe just look at getting this power supply repaired. I mean, could it be stuck here because of voltage is missing? I don't know. So I've just got the +5 in the ground. Yep, I'd like to get a proper power supply. Even if this one can't be repaired, I'm sure I can get one of those little tiny little power supply bricks, you know, that are basically like an AT power supply. And then I'd like to actually get in and have a wee play with the machine, see what it can do, and, you know, connect up the disk drive here and have a really good play. So yep, thought I'd give you a wee update there as to what might be in the works for the channel. If I can get it all up and running properly, you'll see more videos. If not, I'll probably just put it aside and carry on with other projects that I've got on the go. Yep, so that's about it for today. Thanks very much for watching.